3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1157. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support in helping me reach 300 subscribers at this time, as well as your presence during this reading. So I may be talking to somebody who is feeling very, very, very deeply connected to a sense of purpose or some sort of mission that they feel like they are on. Somebody here might be feeling very or even extremely guided in a spiritual way by spirit guides, spiritual advisors, your own intuition. Maybe you feel like secret information is being whispered to you, if that makes sense. It's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. Granted, I am listening to audio right now that has whispering in it, but I agree. I believe that everything that happens in a reading while I'm doing it can be part of the reading and part of the message. So I'm definitely feeling something here. And moving into interpreting 1157, there are 2 ones in this number, and the number 1 for me is about having trust and faith in yourself, what you're capable of, your intuition, and your strength, and the universe, and what is possible for you. Maybe this is about having trust and faith in your ability to co-create with the universe, to work with the universe, to build something together, and to see your relationship with your environment as an opportunity to collaborate rather than an opportunity to compete. Moving on to the number 5, this number is about change, transformation. You could be in the middle of some sort of a transition, or this could have been a change that you went through in the past, or a change that you will be going through in the future, and it could be helpful for you to trust your intuition, believe in your strength, and have trust and faith in the universe to support you and to meet you where you are and help you get to where you want to be. Moving on to the number 7, this number is about wisdom and connecting with the deeper spiritual meaning behind things, becoming wiser, more consciously aware and awake to who you are, to this reality, and what you're going through, your experiences. Perhaps there is a significant change here that you could use to become wiser and more aware. Maybe there's some darkness as a result of this change that could, you could really benefit from learning from whatever this darkness is, these feelings, the grief, sadness, anger, heavy emotions. In general, it may be helpful for you to learn how to have a healthier relationship with change. I just feel like there's something so deeply awakening about what our pain and our fear has to tell us. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 5 is 7, and 7 plus 7 is 14. There could be something significant here about 14 days or 2 weeks, something happening within that time frame. Maybe it's significant in some other way. Maybe the date 2 weeks from now could be significant. But 1 plus 4 is 5. We've already established that that is about change and transformation, and so I really feel like there is a change, or a personal transformation, or both, that you could learn from. Both practically and intellectually, as well as spiritually. Whenever I was adding 7 plus 7, I felt connected to and distracted by the number 11, because 7-11. But I just did a reading previously where I pulled the Justice card and it has the number 11 on it, and in the somewhat recent past I used to talk about the Justice card whenever I would see or hear the number 11, because I just felt so connected to it for some reason. And it feels like that connection is coming up again, the idea of justice and what the number 11 means, which 1 plus 1 is 2. And this number can be about like a confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that is on your mind or that you are currently going through right now, as well as confirmation or guidance for you to really think through your decisions. Choose wisely, choose your battles wisely, and make sure you are protecting your peace and your investments. No matter what these investments look like, your attention, money, your time. Just protect how you invest yourself and what you choose to focus on, and just your choices. In general, make sure you are in control of your choices and not someone or something else, or your own inner imbalance. Just not too much darkness controlling the scenes here, if that makes sense. And with it being connected to justice, maybe there's an opportunity here for justice to be created in a certain relationship or a certain situation through your own decisions, your own doing, your own will and clarity. Overall, this number 1157 has been a call for you to have trust and faith in one way or many ways, and to see some sort of change as a very powerful learning opportunity to help you become more wise in a practical and intellectual way, as well as in a spiritual way. Feels like there's an opportunity here to really wake up to something that maybe you didn't see before, or to become more aware of something that you're already aware of, like a deeper awareness. Some change, whether it's personal within you or outside of you, really has something to teach you. And somehow, having trust and faith is connected to all of this. So there are 2 decks of cards on the table in front of you. We have the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards, and these are index cards that I made and wrote on myself with things that I just felt called to write. I am going to start with these tarot cards. I'm going to shuffle them a little more before I pull anything from them though. I'm just going to pull 2 of these cards here to get more detail, more messages for you, whether or not they are related to what we already talked about with 1157. Okay, so I have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and at the top there it says impatience. Up right, it says patience, long-term goals, and consistency. The next card is we have the Devil. It says self-indulgence, immorality, ego, no self-control, instant gratification. In reverse, it says self-sabotage, confront fears, level head, bravery, and release. That word release in particular might be significant for somebody. Let's go ahead and draw out this index card too. Okay, hold on. I think I'll use this one, or get this one. It says, stop ignoring yourself. Starting with the 7 of Pentacles over here. You might hear a lawnmower outside, which I personally find very annoying, but you know, you gotta, live and let live, I guess. But I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do feel connected to the 7 of Wands as well, which is about standing up for yourself or feeling too defeated to do so, or just to really hold your ground, or to stay committed or invested into something or someone. There's really this feeling of protection, and whether or not you're willing to protect where you are or how far you have come with something. The 7 of Pentacles here is all about hard work, and when it's in reverse, it's all about hard work and patience, and when it's in reverse, something is distracting you. I just saw the number 111, which, as we said before, number 1 is about having trust and faith in yourself and the universe or someone or something else. Make sure this is trust, a sense of trust and faith coming from a place of confidence and not fear. I really do feel called to mention that or point that out. But, yeah. This card is showing me that you are feeling distracted from investing in something, focusing on something, or working hard on something, or, staying committed. And when I pulled the Devil card here in combination with the 7 of Pentacles here, immediately I knew what the distraction was. And it's the devil. Now, whether you take that in a biblical sense or a symbolic sense, it's totally up to you. But for this reading, the devil here represents self-destruction, instant gratification. It really does. The devil here is not a patient character. Very controlling. So maybe there's something here about your shadow or your own darkness that is being controlling in some way, and there's a need here to release control, to accept that you don't have control over someone else or outside forces or whatever is really, I want to say, festering or making the darkness grow within you. I really, really wouldn't be surprised if there is something or someone here that you are feeling quite frustrated with. It could even be like you're feeling frustrated with yourself. But having patience really does seem to be the answer, not only to, stay focused and committed to something or someone, but to also just protect your peace. So you can think more clearly and make sure you're making honest decisions with whatever this commitment is or any other commitment outside of that. And again, I want to say, make sure you understand, what your fear is wanting you to do and what your intuition is wanting you to do. I saw the number 345, which is a sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason. Right now, the devil represents fear for me. So whatever your fear wants to do, it wants you to be distracted. It wants you to have things right here, right now, to be impatient. And this middle card here, stop ignoring yourself. The devil needs to be heard. Not in a scary, daunting way, but in a I need to heal myself type of way. I need to understand type of way. You're feeling this frustration, the darkness within you, for a reason. There's a call here to answer, a knock at your door to pay attention to. And I find this to be very relevant to the number 7 and learning something, becoming wiser and more spiritually connected and in tune. I feel like choosing to give yourself the attention that you deserve, to take care of yourself, to heal, to stay focused, is going to pay off in so many ways, because the devil card here is a major arcana card. So it's not a light topic. It's not just a fleeting distraction. It's something that affects you on a fundamental level or a foundational level. I saw the number 555, which is about change and transformation, and that feels like a clear call for you to change and transform as a person, to free yourself from whatever these chains have you tied down to. Is it addiction, an unhealthy relationship, unrealistic expectations? Again, your relationship with control feels like it needs to be healthier, but make sure your approach is in a loving way and not, just, I guess, in a controlling way, like, you gotta let yourself feel the frustration, the emotion, not suppress it, so you can understand, set it free, release it, as this card says. Where's that? The word release right there. The devil card has number 15 on it. Saw another sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason, with the number 654 on the timer. But as I was saying, the devil card has number 15 on it. 1 plus 5 is 6. And maybe the previous reading was also significant for you, 1156. But I see this number as encouragement for you to love yourself, protect yourself, respect and care for yourself, rather than hate or destroy yourself and put yourself in a more vulnerable position. I think whenever we don't accept things that we don't have control over, the longer we resist, the more control we actually lose. Control of ourselves, our outcomes, our environment, just generally speaking. And the number 6 also for me is a reminder of how big the battle or the fight or the war really is between your intuition and the devil. On a large scale, there is very much, a spiritual warfare, psychological warfare between truth seekers and tricksters. So how do you want to move forward right now? Do you want to seek the truth and set yourself free and spread that truth for others? Or do you want to keep resisting, keep yourself chained, trapped, and bound just to protect a lie that could also be harmful to others? I'm really feeling connected to that message about being very wise about your decisions right now. Definitely feel connected to the number 11 for a reason. If you want more justice in this world, you have to be willing to first create justice within, for, and outside of yourself first. Stop ignoring yourself and listen to what you have to say, what you're thinking, feeling, what kind of beliefs are working for you and which ones are working against you. This is an opportunity here to have a stronger relationship with yourself on a deep level for so many reasons, but in this reading in particular, it's pointing out having a strong relationship with yourself so you can commit to people and just situations that actually mean a lot to you but will require patience from you. Overall, this reading has been a call for you to have trust in your faith and the universe, and to have trust in yourself and the universe, maybe your faith in particular, and you and the universe's ability to work together and create something together, which I think goes very well with this 7 of Pentacles. Are you wanting to work on something? Are you struggling to have faith and trust in whatever you're working on? I really encourage you to understand on a deeper level your own devil that exists within you, or the devil on your shoulder. We all have that. We all have a side of ourselves that is so tempted to be self-destructive and to be destructive towards others. But it doesn't have to be that way, as long as we listen to ourselves. We take care of ourselves and respect ourselves in the way that we deserve, so we can take care of and respect others in the way that they deserve as well. There's definitely a significant change or transformation here, and it feels like it's very much personal, but it could also be connected to some sort of external change or transformation as well. There is absolutely an opportunity here to learn something, to become more aware, more awake, and more, spiritually in tune. I want to say that if you are trying to interpret messages or signs from the universe or in readings, this devil energy is messing, it can mess with your intuition, and maybe that could be a good motivator for you to address whatever you are struggling to accept. Give me a second to think here. Yeah, there's definitely a change here that needs to happen. That is very important. As I said, within you or outside of you, or both, there's something here, as these cards stay on the table, that you're trying to work on or focus on, but something's really distracting you here. Really trying to sabotage you, yourself, So, it's such a deep thing that needs to be faced here, but it could really, really help you in a specific way, but also in a general, more broad kind of way. So, as the message was before, a couple times, be wise with your decisions and choose to stop ignoring yourself, especially psychologically and spiritually.